I finally got around to editing this video, and I guess you could call this Rating the Unrateables Part 2 or something, but this base to me is much, it's easier to be rated, especially if you have multiple people and you set up multiple trebs and whatnot. It's not that difficult. But we were the only ones to set up a treb, and there were 3 of us. Now, what kind of started this, and that's why these clips in the beginning you're watching, this is kind of what started it with us. This person named Chube was over at the summoning place. We were already here farming some bodies for some soul essence and blood and whatnot. We killed him, naturally. And then he came back with a friend. You just saw that guy, Bugs. And then he didn't come back, but this guy come back. He kept casting lightning. I don't understand if he was trying to just test out a build. I thought maybe he was just having fun, messing around with magic, seeing if he could fight 3 people. I don't know. Apparently, though, he was a little more irritated because he ended up bringing a thrall, and that didn't work out, so we killed that thing. He wasn't able to kill any of us. He got us low a couple times because he was in a full corruption build, and he did hurt. I'll give him that. It did hurt when he hit you. But I guess he was a little more upset than we originally thought. As he runs off into the sunset, we thought, maybe he's just having fun. We didn't chase him down. We let him go. But then he started to blow up our map rooms and pyramids. Listen, if you're one of those people out there that get salty with a clan and you're like, I can't raid them, so I'm going to blow up their map rooms and stuff. Listen, if they're public map rooms that benefit everyone, including you, I don't really understand what blowing them up does except upset other people. Blowing up our pyramids or damaging them, I'm gonna be honest with you. It doesn't upset any of us. Listen, if you're gonna blow up a pyramid at someone's base when you're about to raid them, it makes sense. That way they can't use the pyramid. Okay. It's strategic, right? Take out places that they can go to, jump in, get away from you. Take that out so you can get the kill. Blowing up a random pyramid next to this map room with no other intention because you're basically solo, even though he's not solo. You'll see later on in the video why I say that. I just don't understand why so many people resort to blowing up stuff like this. It's easily replaced. So maybe they think they get a sense of victory because they blew something of yours up? I don't understand it. Down in the comments, if you have an idea of why people do this, please share with me. It has been eluding me for quite some time. Patience, though. This clip you might have seen before in one of my other videos, but it is part of this raid. And right here, I was placing bombs. They weren't blown up to the explosive arrows because Funcom's mechanics make no sense. The fire is clearly going behind the anti-climb. But right there, the anti-climb breaks, and I died. If I would have been a little bit more patient, things would have been better. So don't pull to me, okay? I know you've all done it, though. I know you've all done it. But anyways, since he decided to start blowing up our pyramids and map rooms, we decided to go, blow up stuff at his base. We noticed he had a tier 3 altar, so we were like, hey, there's like 10-15 minutes left of raid time. Let's go to his base and let's try to blow this altar up. And it was close. It was close. Almost for a minute. I didn't think we were going to get to it. But we were lucky enough to find a transitory stone, and I guess I shouldn't say lucky because it really didn't go anywhere, and we did actually end up saying, hey, just mark it on the map right now. We'll go check it some other time. We don't have enough time to mess with it right now. And right now, the clock is at 10:59, and I'm just assuming all these bombs we're placing are just going to be just wasted bombs at this point, but we were actually able to get them off in time and get rid of the altar, so the main reason we were there, mission accomplished. I thought this was funny, though. He decided to cast lightning again when no one's there. Has a habit of that. It's become a habit. But that's his main base right there, or their main base. I act like he's a solo, but he's not, as you will see. And Of course, the Treb below me, it actually ended up getting blown up. So we went up top where we were blowing up stuff yesterday to kind of hope to bait them out, to distract some of them so the Treb could have time to build. They just got some lucky arrows in there. We honestly weren't expecting that kind of response that quickly, but they were really quick with it. Like, good to you guys. And you know what, Chube, I don't know if you watch these videos or if you'll ever see them, but listen, honestly, no hard feelings against YouTube. You actually tried to defend, you actually put up a fight, you did your best, whereas the other people in your clan, you know, you had quite a bit of people, and it's just kind of ironic. You know, you have people that play Conan, but then they're not there to play Conan when you actually need them in moments like this. But I will say, I'm glad you did try more than your other teammates, and I can see the effort, and good on you. Even though you were a salty little... Had to blow up the altar again, right? Just had to. Now, at this point, I was trying to make my descent down to the base, and thanks to this individual named Tube, he gave me Jill's gloves, which made this climb down much easier on my life, but not for other people. There goes my hero. So at this point, if you haven't figured it out, I am the only one up here at the time. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to get in. And of course, the bomber just died. And that's all the bombs I have right there that I placed. Now, the Treb was set up, as you have already probably figured out, and it was good to go again. And at this point, they weren't trying to destroy it. They seemed to be a bit distracted, I guess. I don't even know what was going on. I swear there was 3, if not 4, online at the time. I don't know what the 4th one was up to. But I'm going to let this play out. I did edit it a bit because it was... I was in there quite some time by myself waiting for the bomber to get in. So I hope you enjoy the footage, and I will give some commentary in a bit because there is something else I do want to discuss, but enjoy. So after all was said and done, our bomber finally made it into the base. And then we see this. GG's, didn't expect you to bring the whole server. They had 8 beds. You've got 8 beds in your base. What do you mean whole server? I was the only one in your base and you couldn't stop me. What are you on about? Please, you're making yourself look really stupid. Or as I like to say in one of my favorite words, ignorant. That doesn't make any sense. How is it the whole server? If 8 people jumped into your base, I get it. That's quite overwhelming and it would have been insane. I was 1 person and you couldn't stop me. If I count as the whole server, then damn, thank you for the compliment. But let's just keep things realistic. It was not the whole server. It was just me.